So so here we will first get filter the category ID. If the category ID is there, then fine. Otherwise, we'll say category not found. And if it's there, then here also we can put this line, this verification line. So if the category is there, then we again check the data if it's as per the standard, and then we will update the category name, and we will say category. Okay, not we will not update the. We will add a request for category updation. So we will add a request, and okay, we'll have to give also the action field here. So we will say action equal to this action create, and here we will say sorry. Here we will say update, and if it's a update, we will give the name and we will give the ID also. So we need category ID here. So category ID equal to category ID. Okay. So if we come here, we have given nullable to true, so the fields can be nullable. So if we are doing a create request, we will give the name only and action as create. If we are doing update, then we will give the name, category ID, and action, all the things. And if we are doing a delete, we will give the category ID only and action. Okay, we have forgotten to give the manager ID. Let's give it. So let's copy this thing, paste it here. Let's copy manager ID and let's paste it here. So we will record the manager also who has requested for the change. Okay, so now we have manager ID, we have added, and we'll say category UPDATION, category updation requested successfully. Now pretty much same thing we will do if it's a delete operation. So here we will check if the category exists or not. We don't need to check these things. We don't need to give any name here. We will give the cap action as delete. We will give the category ID and manager ID, and then we are fine. Category DELETION deletion requested successfully. We don't need these lines here. And if any of this is not the case, like not create, update, or delete, we will say return 400 and simply bad request. Bad request. I think we are doing the things here, so we don't need these lines. But okay, let's leave it. We are already verifying if the action is there and if it's one of three. So let's do a quick request. Okay, I think we will need one another endpoint for manager to approve these and do the modifications. So let's copy this one itself and we will write here. We'll have to create a new class because we will be doing patch a post operation. So what should we do? Say category. Let's say admin category. Category approval. Category approval API. You can say resource. We'll write this thing here. Now only admin can access this one, so we are good to go. And we will, yeah, here we will check the admin's action, not the so admin will pass a ID and the action. So the admin can only what, okay, we haven't defined here. Admin can approve or reject. So we will have approve here, or we will have reject here. So admin action can only be approve or reject. So okay, let's do the first operation, and there we will check if the admin is approving the rejecting the request. So if the admin is rejecting something, we will just simply delete that from the table itself. So data dot action strip equal to reject. So we will just do the query. So we will say category request dot query dot filter by, and we will have the ID, and we will get that ID from the data itself. We will say what we can say request ID, and we will just delete it, and we will say okay, we'll have to db dot session dot commit, and we will say category deleted successfully, and it will be 200, and it should be category request rejected successfully. What you can do, you can have another status column here, and then instead of deleting, you can change the status. But yeah, depends on the uh, developer how they are building that. Okay, this is fine. And if the request is approved, then we will do this. Then we will do these operations. So we should move to left, and then here we will say if the action is approved. Okay, now when the action is approved, we will query the category request. So here we will say category request equal to category request dot filter by we will say request ID dot first, and then we will say uh, yep, then we will check this action here by category request dot action. So we will say category request dot action equal to create. So if it's create, then let's remove all those things. We will have this category creation thing from here. Let's copy it. Let's paste it here, and we will say, but this name will come from this request where we have stored all the things. So category request dot name. Okay, new category creation request approved. Can say approved 201 because we are adding a new category. Okay, if it's a update, then again, okay, we have already queried here. So if it's a update, so then we will query the category ID itself. Okay, so we have written that here already. And how we will, okay, let's copy the same. Let's copy this from here. So remove all these things. So if category is not there, we'll say category not found. And if the category is there, we will say category dot name equal to category request dot name. Okay, and we can remove this line also, and we will say update request approved successfully 200 because we are just updating the existing record. And if it's a delete, then I think we can say approved successfully. We will just remove all these things, and we can just simply write dot delete, and here I think we'll have to write the filter one. So dot filter by and id equal to category id. Okay, here we will have this category. It should be category request dot category id. Okay, because we are getting all the info from the category request, which is this table. So we are getting name, category id, action, all the things from there. So if it's a delete, we will say we will delete it. We will say category deletion request. Okay, it should be request request, not requested. Yeah, and in any other case, we will say bad request. So I think we have pretty much written all the things, and we haven't added these two. So let's add. Okay, we don't have any argument here. Don't have any point here also here. Yeah. So let's say category request API. We are importing it from the same class. So category request API and category approval API. So category request API and category approval API, and here we can say category. So if we want a good URL, consistent URL, we can continue this one. So we'll say category and we'll say request. And I think, uh, but here we'll have to write something else. Here we will say uh, we cannot write the same name because we have post action here and post action here in both places. So we'll have to give a different API name. So we can say category and the request. We can say approve, or we can say take action. Yeah, we can say action. Yeah, action is fine. So this is fine. Let's do a filter. Let's test it. So what we have, okay, we'll have to log in. So we have already tested purchased one and those things. So yeah, we'll have to test a request one only. So let's log in a manager first. So we'll have a manager one. Let's send the request and let's copy the token. Let's create a new request. Let's give the bearer token authorization. We will send a post query and we can our URL is category slash request. So now we'll have to give some body, otherwise it will say yeah we haven't passed any JSON, so it will give some error. Let's give a JSON. So let's say we are doing a okay, let's say action first. So our action is let's say create action. So it was in I think capital, so CREATE create. Now we'll have to give the name. So name, and we can say name requested category. Okay, so yeah, we need action and name to for the new category creation. So let's send the request. Okay, there is some error. What is the error? Not null constraint failed. Okay, okay, so we are giving name, category ID, action, manager ID, and category request dot manager ID. Okay, we are doing some we are doing something wrong. And where is that? So category request, and it's a creation one, so we should be here. Okay, this is user ID, not manager ID. So we are passing user ID in token. Like the key is user ID, not the manager ID. Okay. Server is running. Let's send the request again. Let's see some error again. Okay, it's saying not null constraint failed. Category request dot manager ID. Let's see again. Okay, it should be current user, not data. So data dot get, we from data we'll get name and action, and from here we will from current user we'll get the manager ID. Okay, we'll have to make this change everywhere. Control C here also and here also. Okay. Uh, okay. Server is running. Let's send the request again. It's saying category creation request successful. So now we can say one update, and we are giving the name, but we'll have to pass the category ID also. So category ID, and we will say, oh, let's see our database. So fourth is cosmetics. Uh, let's say fourth one, and we will change the name to skincare. Skincare. Yeah. Let's send the request. Okay. Now it's saying category updation request successful. Requested successfully, and now we will. Okay, we will send the delete one later. Let's approve these requests. So we'll have to generate the uh, which token? Admin token. So admin at the rate grocery store. We got the admin token. Let's copy the token and let's create a new request. Let's say authorization bearer token. We'll have body. It will be a post. Okay, let's do a get to get all the request ones. And so here we will say category request. Yeah, this is fine. Let's send the. I think we haven't defined the two JSON yet. So category request. Here we are getting all the request and we are convert to JSON. And in models, yeah, we haven't defined convert to JSON. So let's copy. Let's paste it here, and we can have name. Name. We can have manager ID. So manager ID. We can have category ID. Category ID. I think yeah, that's enough. Okay, we can have access. Let's remove all these. Okay, let's server is running. Let's send the request. Okay, where is the new one? Here. Let's send the request. Okay, now these are the requests. So we got one create request and one update request. So let's approve them. Let's go to post. Let's go slash approve, and okay, so here we will write, we will pass action which will be approve in double quotes approve, and we will give here request id. So request id, and let's say fourth id. We'll give id 4. Let's send the request. Okay, it's saying category. Okay, what url we have defined? Let's check. Okay, category request action not approved. So action, let's send the request, some error. Okay, none type object has no attribute action. Okay, approved, the spelling is correct, right? Approved. Yeah. So where is our category request? Here is our approval one. and where it's showing error, line number 92. So here is our 92. Category request is none. So let's put uh, let's put a filter here, so we can check if category request is there or not. So if not category request, we will return a message that request not found. Okay, so yeah, I think we have given the wrong ID here also. So it is the product ID, not the request ID. So if I do the thing again, sorry, if I get all the request again, we have given the manager ID by mistake. The request ID is 1 or 2. So let's say 1, and let's make it action post. Now it's saying category creation request approved successfully. If we check the database and requested category is there. Let's approve the second one also, which is updation. So right now we have cosmetics. Let's approve the request. Okay, it's saying bad request. Okay, so why it is saying bad request? Because we it's a yeah, but it's not a result in something. It should not be a bad request. Let's check. Uh, so our action was approved. Then it was not a category. It was update, and uh, where we have requested that, where we have done the category request here. So category request dot category ID. Okay, let's add a print statement here to debug it. Print till here. Let's uh, let's check it. So if you send the request again, it's not printing till here. So let's see what's the issue. Let's check our database for category request. We have the second ID. We have the category ID 4. We have the action as update. So this is correct. Let's check. So action dot strip. Okay. This should be the category request action. Same mistake as the manager one. So yep, now it will work fine. Let's remove this. So yeah, let's send the request. Now category updation request approved, and now it's skincare. Sorry, where is it? Category. Yeah, so it's skincare now. And I think now we can have a request for the this deletion of the fifth one. So if we come here, we can say delete, and we'll just have to pass category ID, and it will be fifth ID. Let's send the request. Category deletion requested successfully. If we come here, we approve the deletion and we give the ID. Let's check first. So this is the third one, ID 3. So ID 3, and we should also removing it while we are rejecting or approving these requests. But if we haven't written that, so that's fine. Let's send the request now. Now it's saying category deletion request approved successfully. So it should be removed from the database, and it is removed now. Okay, so this is fine. And if we see, so here we were viewing, if we view all the requests. So if we do get, now we are getting all three requests. But if we log in our first admin, not first, the second one. So if we not admin, if we do the manager, so all these requests are from the manager one side. But if we log in the manager two, can we access all the requests? So let's check. Let's copy. Let's come here. Let's change the token. Let's send the request, and now it's saying empty list. Why? Because manager 2 haven't requested any category changes. Okay, so I think we have got pretty much. Yeah, we have tested this category request also, request approval and getting all the requests. So that is done. Yeah, so I think we have pretty much. Do we have written the manager approval? Okay, we have the manager approval also. So it's pretty much completed. Yeah. So what time it is? Do we have anyone in the meeting? Yeah. Okay, we have. Okay. Any doubts on these things? Okay,
And
no doubts.
some,
I think.
No doubt.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So, and some of you have asked one query regarding JWT thing. So, anyone else also facing that? I think who else has asked that?
So Naman has asked that. I did a meeting with Naman, and so he was connecting the way you were connecting WSL and all those things. He was creating a virtual environment. It was not working. We have tried pretty much everything, and then when I did a uh, local installation of all the dependencies, just like I do to run all the things, it was working fine. So the
Okay,
reason behind is that in that setting, when you are in a virtual environment or you are connecting with the remote WSL, when you pass this list here, like dictionary here, it's saying like subject should be string. So in that case, you will have to pass a string. So instead of this, you will have to pass some string like say user dot
identity
name.
equals JSON dot terms.
So yeah. So if you have any, uh, sorry, what you were saying?
Yeah, we can write also identity import JSON and then identity equals JSON dot terms. That will also
Yeah,
work.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so what else? Yeah, this is fine. So I'm going to now set up the Redis server. We will move to the backend things now. So yep, let's go to the browser. Let's say Redis setup in Flask. Let's see what we get here. Okay, Redis server. Yeah, this is how you will run the Redis server. And okay, okay. I don't know what he has written here. Let's see what we are getting here. Okay, Redis URL. Okay, let's see this one. Okay, okay, I think this is the official one. So yeah, I think this is official. Let's check configuration. We have host port DB, and we have some other things. Fine. So we are going to implement cache. So for that, we will uh, use the Flask caching. You can install Flask caching by writing. Let me clear it. Clear. Pip install Flask caching. Okay, so let's clear again. And to install Redis, say sudo apt install Redis server and pip install Redis. Okay, so we can set up our config here itself. So we'll create Flask. Okay, let's import caching from Flask caching import cache. Okay, let's see this here also. So Flask caching setup. You can see here it is creating a cache instance by writing cache and giving the app. You can say it has this it has imported this from Flask caching import cache. If we go to the this one, yeah, pretty much same thing. We are doing this cache.init. We are creating the cache instance here, and we have the Redis setting here. So we will be just configuring. Okay, let's do a search. Flask caching with Redis. Okay, let's see this one using Flask. Okay, using Flask and Redis to optimize web. So this is the optimization which is there in the problem statement. So okay, I think we can just copy this. Cache type Redis, cache Redis source, localhost ports. So this is a default Redis port, Redis DB, cache instance, cache init. Okay, let's copy this. So we'll put it here, and we will remove this. Okay, let's just give a space. Now we will create the cache instance. So cache or cache. Okay, I will use the cache. I will create the cache instance here, and we can pass the app here also, but let me register it in the main.py itself. So comma cache, and just like db we can init this one also. So cache. Okay, now it is registered with our app. We have Redis configurations here, and so cache type host port db. Hmm, think let's see if we have anything else. Okay, this is how we will use. Okay, we have timeout, so we can add the file timeout here also. So yeah, I think it was there in the documentation here. Okay, not here, so let's write it. Here we have the file timeout. Okay, so default timeout we will say, let's suppose, so it will be in seconds, so we can say uh, 300 seconds means 5 minutes. So yeah. Now let's define our define it on the URL. So we have it here. We can define, so we will use caching on the get endpoints, get function. So let's go to, we don't have any get in the card. Okay, we have here. I think though it's not an important one, but we can like import it here also. Let's do here. So from dot API import cache, the cache instance we have created, this cache. So cache, and then how we are using it. Okay, cache dot timed out, and it will be just above the function. So here, so we can say cache dot. Okay, it's right. Okay, this is card API. We can have it here also. So okay, let's go one by one. Cart API we have here. Let's say 60. Okay, let's say 120. So 2 minutes. We don't have any get method here, so fine. Then we will put it here. Say 120. We will be importing this in a moment, and we can put it here also. Say 120 in products. Say 120. purchase. So I think in purchase we have two get endpoints, one for, okay, we have only one. Okay, fine. So okay, here we have imported. So let's import it here, here. Okay, this is model here, here also. Okay, now it is fine. And how we will do a test? So okay, let's see if we have any test function here. Uh, I can, I think, write myself a test function. I will, won't have any functions here. Okay. We will set one more configuration, which is Redis cache Redis URL. Uh, don't think we have this here, but we'll write that also. So say cache. Okay, let's paste it here. Cache Redis URL, and okay, let's, if I run the Redis server. So what is this? Redis server. Okay, this is now how it should look. But if even if it's showing this, it means it's working. And you can say this port number here. And so the by default Redis URL is something like okay, it will be something like Redis colon slash slash local host, and then after localhost we give a port number which is 6379. So yeah, this is host, this is port, and then we are building the URL. I think we are just giving merging these three to build this one. Okay, I have already ran this server. Okay, let's create a uh, route. So we can say at app dot route uh, test gas. It will be a get route because only then we can test. Def test gas. We can what we can return testing is working, or we can return a time. So let's say time, or let's test it simply. Testing is working. How we will test it? We will import time here, and we will just give it sleep function, and we will say sleep for 10 seconds. Okay. Yeah, let's put the caching here also. So let's cache it for uh, 5 seconds, or let's say 10 seconds. So what it will do, how caching works. So when we will, uh, so first of all, the way code executes is line by line. So it will first comes to this line, then this line, then this line, then this line, then this line. Okay. Now when we will hit this URL for the first time, it will come here because it will process the function. So it will sleep here for 10 seconds. So will we don't get any response for 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, it will return this response. Testing is working, and that response will be cached for 10 seconds. So for that 10 seconds, whenever we will refresh the page, it will not come here. So it will not wait for 10 seconds. It will quickly return the results. Okay. So maybe I will first comment this, and then we will test it. So we are not caching the response now. So when we will first hit this, it will take 10 seconds, and when we'll again hit this, it will again take 10 seconds. Okay, so our Redis server is running. Let's run the Python server. Why it is saying out of context? Okay, I think uh, where is it? Line number 5 main.py. See here. Okay, let's just have it in the main py itself. Here, and we can import time here, and we already have this cache instance here imported here. Okay, okay, let's run it now, and let's copy the URL, and this URL is test cache. So let's open it here. Let's say test cache, and just look at this buffer icon. So if we click here, now it is just loading. If you see here, it is loading. It will give the result after 10 seconds. So we'll have to wait till 10 seconds. Okay, now we got the result. But now we will, now if we refresh the result, it will again take 10 seconds. If we now we are I have refreshed, you can see it's reloading. Okay, it's reloading, and after 10 seconds we will get the response. Now we again got the response. If we again do the same thing, it will again load, and then we will get the response. You are seeing this response because it is loaded previously, but if we open it in the other URL, other browser tab, it will again like take 10 seconds. So now if you put the caching, if we uncomment this, and now if we do it, okay, let's do it here. So now if when we will hit this for the first time, it will take 10 seconds. Okay, let's just look it here. Okay, now we got the result, but now if we reload it, okay, so you can see it's not reloading, it's just giving the results quickly. Why? Because it is cached, so it's not going here in these line, it is just returning the result from here itself. Okay, okay, so 10 seconds have passed. We have only cached it for 10 seconds, so it is now again reloading. And once we will get the result, now if we do the reload, you can see it's giving the result again after 10 seconds. It will again process the result. And now if we put any time here, if we print any time or if we return any time, so let's say f here, we can put the time here. I don't know how we get the time from the time itself. Time dot uh, local time. I don't know. We'll have to put parenthesis or something. Okay, let's check now. So let's reload. Okay, now I don't think we can. What is this? 22 hour, 41 minute, 45 seconds. If we reload this, I think 10 seconds pass, so we will get the result again. We will look at the second only. So now it is 8 seconds, and if we reload it again, you can see it's still 8 seconds. We can reload it again, it is still 8 seconds. We reload it again, 8 seconds. When it will be updated, when the cache will get expire, and we will it will again process the result. Right now what we are getting, it is cached result. Okay, I think now it's 10 seconds have been passed. Let's reload it again, and now I think we will get a updated time. So it will be covered in your. I think if you have done math tutorial, then you should clear about what caching, what Redis cache is, how it works, and so Redis is just a back database to handle the caching, like store the caching results, and we have implemented the caching using Flask caching module. So yep. So okay, I can leave this here. And what else we have? We have our uh, Celery task. Okay, so let's search celery, Celery, celery setup with Flask. Background task with celery. Let's see what we have here. Okay, make celery app. Okay, you can see. So Redis is a message broker for backend task. So we will be using that. We will be using Redis in Celery also for message broking and result for you storing the result also. So yeah, I think we can work from here. So I think it is coming from the official document here. So you can see we are setting the Celery here. We are creating a Celery instance. We are updating the URL, broker URL, the URL and the result URL. And then these are the commands to run the app, Celery app. We have the beat also here. So we will be setting the beat. Beat is for a scheduled task. So when we want to run a scheduled task, we will use beat. And there are two scheduled tasks we have in our problem statement. So okay, let's open the document itself. So open in new tab. So this is how you will install the Celery, pip install Celery, and this is how we will create the. I think we have something extra here, and I think this was simple, which we are getting here. Okay, so let's copy this from here and let's paste. Well, okay, let's create a worker file. Worker is something which we create to do our backend task. Like if we want to send a mail, worker is someone who will send the mail, and we create the Celery instance. Uh, so we will be creating the Celery instance in the worker file. So we are not going to create app here, and okay, it's asking for app. We can remove this one, and okay, this configuration we can move here, and okay, let's see in the worker. So let's see. I think there is something missing from this one. We'll need a context task to perform our tasks. Okay, let's see here. I think we have this here. So okay, this is fine. I think this looks a bit complex. So let's see other documents or blocks. Okay, we have one here. Okay, backend URL. Okay, Celery init app, Flask task, Celery instance. What we have here. Okay, here it is setting the U. Okay, it's updating the configuration, and here it is a task and other things. Okay, let's use this one. So configuring Celery task in Flask. Let's copy this one. Let's paste it here. Let's remove this. Okay, from Flask we will import current app as app for this thing to run. Here we are using app. Uh, this is just simple notation. Let's remove this one also. Hmm, config, we can remove all those things from here. We can remove this one also. Now we are returning Celery app from here, and we can import this here. So from worker, okay, from applications dot worker code. What was it? Celery. Okay, where is it? I think we can call the Celery app here itself. So we'll say Celery, and it will result a Celery instance, which is this. So it's called this one. So we have called this one. We got the Celery instance, and let's import it here and register. So Celery, how we register instance, you already know it. We will write it here. Let's say, okay, not this. We'll say Celery dot init app. Okay. Uh, Now I think we can create our task. So yep, I think we can create our task. It's pretty much. We have DB, we have cache, API. Okay, JWT shall be good. So let's create a task file here. Task.py, and you usually you have like the same what I say, like same backend jobs in all the projects. So you have one export thing, which is a button triggered, means user triggered. You hit a URL and you get the exported data. That is one. And you have two scheduled tasks. So the two scheduled tasks, one of them is I think monthly report, and second one is daily reminder. Okay. So let's write task. So for task, we have set up all the salary and worker things. So let's say, okay, we will have to set up the salary beat also, which will schedule the task. So salary beat setup. Okay, this is with Django. This is the same command I think we were seeing here. Here. Okay. Let's check the. I think it's official one. Let's check this one. Periodic task means scheduled task which will run in a time period. So I think this, okay, this is for Django users. Okay. So we already have this salary instance. We have all these things. We have okay. Let's copy this whole thing. This is from the, I think it's official doc. Yeah. So if we paste it here, we have this salary instance. So let's let's import this instance. So from where we have it in the worker here. So let's import. So from dot worker import salary, and we will put salary on the place of this. Okay, let's remove it from here. Let's put a comma, and let's write it here, here. Anywhere else we have app. Okay. Now, if we read it, so you can say this is saying calls test hello every 10 seconds. Why? So it will call automatically because this is salary beat setup. So what salary beat setup does? We define a function here, which or function or action which we want to call. We give the time here. This name is like just a name, simple. And this is how we add periodic task. We have a sender here. This is like just standard syntax. So on salary dot on after configuration dot connect standard decorator. We have a function here, and then we add our periodic task in this way. So if I read it, this is 10, which is 10 seconds, and then we have this function which is test, and the function is here. You can see test. We are passing hello, and it is printing the argument, so it will print hello. How it will print? It will print every 10 seconds because we have given 10 seconds here, and this will print every 30 seconds. Why? Because we have given 30 seconds here, and this will print. Okay, it uses the same signature of previous task and explicit name is defined to avoid the task replacing the every. previous one different. Yeah, so we have the name here different and the name here. So if you want to call the same two functions within different timelines, you will have to give a different name here. Otherwise, it won't understand that you have two different periodic tasks added. And then here we have another one for 30 seconds. I think we can remove this one. It will print. I think we can remove this one and we can say world here. World. Okay. So our hello will be printed every 10 seconds and world will be printed every 30 seconds. Okay, you can see here. Here you can see executes every Monday morning at 7:30 a.m. How we have set up that time? We have used cron tab. This is something you will have learned in the system command course if you have done that, or if you have done mad to theory, you would have learned this. And if you haven't, then I think it's available within the same documentation itself. So if I have copied it from here, it should be available somewhere. Yeah, here you can see cron tab schedule. So using cron tab, we define time when the task will run. Okay. So day of week is one, means first day of week. Minute is 30 and hour is 7, and so means 7:30 a.m. And if you want to if you want it 7:30 p.m., the hour will be 90 and the minute will be 30. Yeah, I think you'll have a bunch of examples here how we will set the time and other things. So yep, and this is calling the pretty much same function. Hmm, what we can do? Yeah, now I think we have defined this. And here you can see we are registering all these functions with Celery task. So we have defined add Celery.task. And so let's export these functions within the main file also. So we can say from applications.task import. Import what? We can import all. So let's so let's see if our backend server is running. Celery object has no attribute init app. So why we don't have init app for Celery object? Celery.init. Let's see the document. Uh, Not here. Celery. Okay, here it is using app extension. Okay, okay, this is Flask caching. So if we comment this line, I think we are passing a Celery with app context here. I think here we will have this task. So it will be task, I think. Yeah, I think we will write task here. So Celery. Okay, we don't need task here. We have different task here. Okay. Let's run our server, then we will see. The application is running, Redis is running. Let's run our let's run our Celery worker. How we will run that? I think we have seen the commands here. Here we have the Celery worker. So let's copy this. Let's paste it here. It is saying your project dot Celery. So yep. So we have our Celery instance in main.py imported. So let's say what is our file name? Main.py. So if your main.py file name is app.py or whatever name is, you will write that name here. Okay, R is main, so we will write main, and it will access it by writing main.celery. So how it is working? This celery is simple command, just like you have Python 3. Then here it is some option. Then you have that main file name from which it will get the celery, and then to running the worker, we will give the worker, and this is something to get the info of the running status. If we click enter, it's saying unable to load Celery application. No module named main. No module named main. I think we have our module name as. Oh, I think I'm not in the backend file. Okay, so that's why it's not getting the main file. So now I'm in the backend. So let me clear the escape, clear the terminal once. Uh, Clear. So now I'm in backend. Let's run it again. Now it's running, and okay, it is showing something here. We can configure that. But if you see here, we can see all the registered tasks. So how we have registered task? We have registered task here by writing add celery dot task. So we have two tasks, one test, one add, and this is how we will add our uh, daily reminder and what else is there? Monthly report. So it's saying cannot connect to 1270567. What is this? We haven't given this broker or anything anywhere. Let's check. We have only, okay, this will be Celery configuration. So Celery configuration, not the app configuration. So let's stop the server. Let's clear the screen. Let's run it again. Okay, it's saying Celery object has no, okay, Celery dot config. Let's check. Celery, okay. Okay, here we have Celery dot conf update. Okay, so let's copy this dot conf. Let's paste it here. Let's run it now. Okay, what is the error now? Unable to load Celery application. Setting object had no attribute config. So okay, I think it was Celery conf update. Yep. So conf update, and where is it? Conf update. Yeah, let's remove this dot. So Celery for configuration it use only conf. So Celery conf dot update. We have the Celery broker URL and Celery result backend, and yep, we are only updating that. I think there is something else. Okay, broker URL backend, Celery broker, Celery backend. We have given that. Task ignore. Do we have anything else? Broker backend. We have the same thing in pretty much all the documents. Broker result. Okay, what we have here? Okay, I think this is also we do while, yeah, app.conf.time zone. I think we will be setting this also. So let's paste it here. So time zone will be Asia and Kolkata if I remember it correctly. Yep. So let's run it again. Cannot mix new and old setting. Okay, we only have, okay, we have given 0 here and the 0 in the uh, result backend. Okay, let's change it to 1. In Celery, we can have multiple URLs, just adding 0, 1, and 2 also. Cannot mix new and old setting keys. Please rename the following setting to the new format. Oh, okay, we'll have to remove this thing from here. Result and broker. Okay. Okay, it will be in small, I think. Broker URL. Where is the other one? Result backend. Yeah, I think it will be small. Do we have it in small here? Yep, we have it in small. So let's clear it. Let's run it again. It's running fine now. Connected to Redis 0, which is our message broker. We have the task here. Now we can run our beat. So Celery is running, who do the work, but Celery beat is someone who initiates the task. So Celery beat is someone who looks at these timings, and if it's the time, it will initiate the task, and worker will perform that task. So yep. So you will be able to see it once we will run it. So Celery, this was our worker. You can see the only difference between worker command and beat command is just the term worker and beat, and we have pretty much same thing. So I think we should copy it from here. Where is it? You can see all those things here like transport 0, result 1, concurrency, and all those other things. You can learn it about these things in detail if you want to. We have copied it, let's paste it here. We will change it to beat because we are running the beat. It's the same thing, so let's move to backend. Cd backend, let's uh, clear. Let's run the Celery beat. So you can see Celery beat is starting. So when it will initiate the task, we will be able to see it here and this worker terminal also. Yep. So now you can see it has scheduled a task. So this is, I think, this one, the 10-second task. You can see scheduler sending due task add every 10 seconds, and it's sending the task again after 10 seconds. And I think it will send this again, and then it will send this 30 seconds because yeah. So you can see the it's scheduling the tasks here, and if we see here, it will be giving the results. So you can see it's printing the. So we are basically what we are doing. We are just printing the results in the terminal. So here you can see it's printing the results like hello, hello, world, hello, hello, hello. So and if we want to call this function, I don't know why they have given this function if they haven't called it anywhere. I think one is enough. But if we want to call this function at the current time, so it's 23 hours 10 minutes. So let's remove this day of like week. We will say 21 hours, and minute we will set to 11. So let's set it to 11, and let's wait for the time, and it will return happy Mondays. So let's wait. Let's wait for this here, and now it's 11. I think I'll have to yeah. So if you do any changes in the Celery task, you will have to restart the server. Okay, like if you do any changes in these files or anywhere while running these uh, beat and worker, you will have to stop the server and restart. So let's stop both the servers, and it's 11 now. So let's set it to 13. Let's run our servers. So here it is worker, and here it is beat. Okay, let's say it's 11. Let's wait for 13. It's 12 now. Let's wait for one more minute. Okay, it's 13. Okay, it's not initiated task yet, I think here. Let's see in the. Okay, it's not printed yet. Okay, I have written 21 here. It's 23. So let's stop the server again. So let's say 23, and it will be 15. Let's rerun. I hope this time it's correct. 23, 15. Yeah. So let's wait for a minute. Okay, it's 14 now. Let's wait for 15. Okay, it's 15 now, and you can see this message here, right? It's initiated the task at 20:30:15, which we have set here in the cron tab. And if we see the terminal here, Happy Mondays is also printed. This is how we will set the. This is how we will do our daily reminder. Okay. So I think we have tested it enough. Let's quickly write our functions. So I don't know how many people are here. Okay, we have two. Okay. Anyway, I will try to complete it today. We have don't have nothing. We don't have much to do here. Okay, I think I can leave this. I think I can leave this one. Let's write a task here. I can say daily reminder, and here I can say, yeah, I'll give nothing here, and we will give daily reminder to the I think users only, customers only, but you can like filter on your basis how we are going to how you are going to give the reminders. We'll have to import the from dot models import users. We'll import the users table from the database. We will query the table, so users dot query dot filter by. We will give the role here, and the role will be customer, and we'll get all of them. Then we will run a for, and for customer in customers we'll say, now we'll have to send some email or something. So okay, let's for the moment let's write print, let's say f here. So hey, and we can give the username here. We have to put it in the single quotes. We say customer dot name. We can put here, please visit grocery store, and you can write whatever message you want to write. Okay, we can add this thing here. Okay, let's add this also for 10 seconds. So we will write it here, and we will write, we will give the name daily reminder. Okay, it is fine. So for the testing, let's give it 10 seconds. Let's, yeah, okay. So it will be printing, hey, customer name, please visit grocery store. So let's run the worker and then beat. Yep, we can see the task registered here, daily reminder. Okay, okay, I think it's not printing. Why it's not printing? We are calling the we haven't we have to write dot s here. Yeah, we have missed that. So let's stop the server. Let's restart, and now we will get the we should get the message now. Okay, now you can see, hey, test user one, test user two, page. So I think we have only two users now, but it will so this way we will return the we will give a mail instead of this. But right now I'm just testing this. So you can see it's working every 10 seconds, but we will give a we can add this here, this place, and we can set the cron tab too. So let's suppose we'll have to send it 7:30, not am, pm. So 7:30 p.m. means, or let's say 6:30 p.m. Yeah. So 6:30 means 6:30 p.m. means 18 hours, 12 plus 6 18, because we are going in the p.m. and then 30 minutes. So 30. This is the time like we should have. But to test it, we'll have this 10-second one also here. Okay, we can register the same task 2 times as it was written there. I have already shown you, but we have two different names here. Okay, daily reminder at every 10 seconds for test, and we can write it and change the name. Daily reminder at 6:30 p.m. Okay. Okay. Now we have another task. Uh, I don't remember that, but uh, I think it was. Uh, what was it? I think it was okay. User. It was for the customer, and we'll have to send them their order details. Okay. So for customers, this is fine. We'll get the orders. For that, we'll have orders. We haven't imported orders yet, so we'll say orders. Okay, it's 20 11:22, but let's continue. Query dot filter by, we can give the customer id dot customer id equal to customer dot id dot all. And now within orders, within hours, we'll have to, okay, we will send a html report. So for that we will, what we will do, we will create a list of orders. So uh, mm, okay, let's say order details, and then we can say for order in orders, how we will add mm, temp of the temp order, and we will say it's a list, and let's say temp order dot append, we'll add the details. So order dot, what do we have? We have product id. Okay, I think what fields we have, we have the quantity, product id, customer id, but what we can return: quantity, product id, name, price. I think we can return this. So let me write it. Name, price, unit, description. So where is task? Product id, product products dot name, and products dot price, products dot unit. We can say quantity here, quantity. So we have quantity here. We can write date of purchase. So let's close all these first. Purchase. Let's move it here. Okay. Quantity, date of purchase. So date of purchase, name, price, unit, anything else? Description. Okay, we can pass the description. We don't have to pass the description every time. Then in the end, we will append this to order details. So it will be a list of list, array of array, temporary order details. And we'll have to give a HTML report. So where we can have that HTML. Okay, let's create in the backend itself. We can have report.html. and how we now we'll have to see how we make a HTML report. So see here, Jinja template. So we will be using Jinja in order to make the report which we will be exporting. So okay, we are using Jinja 2, I guess. So Jinja 2. I think we have used Jinja 2 in Mad 1. So template designer documentation 3.1. Okay, this is fine. So these are fine. How to render a Jinja template with data to send an email templates with Jinja in Python. Okay, so okay, this is fine. I think we can copy this one. And how I think we got pretty much everything. Yep, so let's copy this from here. So like we can modify the fields because we will have more fields. So let's paste it here. Container fine. Subject we can hard code. Oh, it is showing some error here. Okay, we don't need these URL. Yep, we can remove this. Okay, so here we will have okay monthly report. We can say okay, we can say hi, a username, this is your monthly report. You can say user name. And here we'll have to run a for loop in order to render the products we have listed here. This okay, let's see how it is rendering all those things. Okay, with open template as file, template string, file not read. Template is okay, this template string is data, so we have data in list. So okay, let's copy this one. Okay, let's paste it. Something got into my eyes. Okay, let's yeah, yeah. So let's paste it. We will do it. Mm, we will do it here. So or let's write a function. So let's say write a function here. Def get HTML report. Get HTML report, and here we can pass username, data. Yep, I think this is fine. Then we can write this here. We don't need to read this one because we already have our data. But you'll have to give this template file here, and so we are in this. So let's give slash uh, report dot html. Why we have this here? Okay, this is the one we will be using. So with that template open, we will pass this data and we will pass the user email. Which template? This report.html template. Okay, we'll have to import this template. From where we will import this? Okay, we'll import this from Ninja. Uh, let's paste it here. And Jinja we by default get when we install Flask, so this is fine. And Jinja template. Okay, we don't write it here. We write it. Uh, what was here? Let's file.read Jinja template str. Okay, the template str is file.read. Okay, fine. So where we are passing the data then? Okay, Jinja template dot render and then this data. Okay, so okay, file dot read here, and then this Jinja template dot sorry Jinja template dot render. I think then the data is there. Jinja template dot render email data. So here we have this data. How we will return it? Email content. Email content. Okay. So let's say email content. Let's say HTML report, and we can return this thing here. Return HTML report, and I think here we can call that function. So here I think we can call return. What we will be calling? Okay, we will not return. We will send the mail. So we will get HTML report. Going to get HTML report, and we will pass the how we have this in which order username data, username and data. Okay, data means order details, and username means customer dot name. Then let's can remove this one. We can print report sent. But here we'll have to send the mail, and to send the mail we'll have to see here. Okay, we will use SMTP to send the mail, and it is using SMTP here also. So let's copy these things. Let's write it here. SMTP. Let's copy these definitions. Let's copy this whole thing. Email setup email server. Okay. So okay, let's write a function also. So def send mail, and we can have the uh, email here where we are sending the mail. So SMTP server is SMTP server. I don't think our SMTP server will be SMTP. It should be localhost. Uh, Sender email should be admin. So let's say admin @gs, and password. We don't need any password. Port should be 1025, which is Mailhawk's default port. So we will be using Mailhawk to test the servers. SMTP server. I don't think we will be setting SMTP server here. We are on localhost, so okay. Let's set SMTP server. We have set the port. Let's say host, and which will be localhost. Localhost because we are running it on the uh, yeah, we will be running the mail hog, which will be our local, which will be running our local, which will be running on our local host. So how we will be setting our SMTP servers? SMTP server, we will give our uh, the port is here and host is here. So, okay, let's write host and port. So host, and it's already giving suggestions. Port, okay, login, sender, email, sender, password. This we use for security. We will not be using this here, and because we just want to test the mail. Mm, what else we got here? Let's see any. Okay, create the email message. Fine. Server send email. So let's copy this. So, so before doing this, we will create our message, and we have the email here. So this email will be here. Subject will be monthly. Okay, we can pass a subject here because we will be giving the we will be sending the daily reminder also. So subject will pass as a parameter. So subject will be here, and now it's saying I have removed some line. Email content. Email content. Okay, content is that HTML content. So we will say email content content, and yeah, I think it's fine. Email content, and here we'll have email content HTML, and uh, sending. How we will send it? We will say send the mail. Why we are using send mail when we have sender email, person email, when we already given these things here? Email. Okay, what is okay? Email. Send email with Python. Okay, we have logged in, and we can say server dot send message in the message. And what is message? We have message here. Subject. Okay. Message dot set content. Okay. Let's say. Okay. Let's try using this one. Let's say send a message. Server dot send message. And what is the message? Message is this one, I think. My part. Mm, Message we have sent. I have to. We have done this. Server dot quit. Where is server? This server. Okay. Server dot quit. Okay, what is server dot quit? We can print mail set. Okay, let's quickly test this one. But we'll have to write. I'll have to write a for loop here, and for that, let's say mm, for product for order in data because we are passing the data object from there. Let's say end for end for we can have order dot id, then pretty much what we have here. uh, okay, we have to write 0 1, not this because we are giving the list. So 0 1, let's say how many fields we have here. 0 1 2 3 4 5. 0 1 2 3 4 5, total 6 3 3 6. Okay, this email is was sent from grocery store. Okay, okay, we will start send mail. What we have, email, which will be equal to customer dot email. Then we'll have the content. Okay, it is email content, which is HTML report. Then we have header, subject, not header, subject will be monthly report. And I think we can write the same thing here now and here. So we can say this will be message, this will be daily reminder, and we can say message will be we can create the HTML tag. So let's copy this one, let's paste it here. Hi, uh, customer dot name, please visit grocery store. Can put it in a string because it's a string. uh, have to write F here. It will be a single quote, not double. Okay, now it's fine. Hi, customer name, please visit grocery store. We can send that email. We can print here reminder done, and we can print the same thing. Okay, report sent. We have added this. Okay, let's say month monthly report. Let's say we okay. We are not printing test thing again and again. So let's write monthly report here. No parameters. Report at every 10 seconds for test. Okay. Okay, it's saying connection refused because I haven't run mail hog. So let me run mail hog. I think I'll have to restart it. Control C, and it is also saying error in the report. So I think it will be backend report.html. Yep. So let's rerun this. No such file directory. If I put this within this and I save report.html, if I stop this, then you can see these registered tasks here. If I run this, It's sending. Let's see here. No such file, or did I make any a report.html, report.html? Okay, if I put slash here, uh, no such file or directory report, but it is there report, right? Uh, okay, let's comment then this one. Okay, let's not call this monthly report. Let's only call a daily one. Then let's see. So stop the server. Oh, I think it was working. Mail sent. The reminder done. So this is our mailhawk server, and it opens on localhost 8025 1025. So localhost, you can say 10, not 1025. It's 8025. I think. Yep. So now here you can see all the daily reminders we have got. Hi test user 1, please visit grocery store. This is test user 2. We got this. Monthly reminder is not working because we are not getting this report. Okay, we have 6 minutes, so let's try it again. Okay, I have stopped this also. We are within this folder. So okay, it is within applications. So let's say applications slash report. What was this? Dict expected at most one argument got two. Where it is showing this. mm, Username data. Okay, username data. But when we are rendering this, uh, we are using username and data here. So when we are doing this here, we are also giving username. Okay, let's write separately. Username equal to username and data equal to data. And here let's get HTML report. Here we have, okay, let's write username here also and data here also. Let's see now. So let's stop the server. Let's clear it. Let's stop this one also. Let's clear it. Now let's run worker. Let's run beat. So okay, let's see what next error we are getting. Okay. I think we have commented that line. Okay. Let's uncomment this. I think we'll have to restart, but let's see. Yeah, let's restart. Let's run it here. Let's run worker here. It's saying report sent. So let's see reports. We have got report for, okay. This is for user 2, which haven't purchased anything. This is for user 1, which has these results. Now we can format this as a table. Okay, let me remove this and background we will have beach. So you can see all the details. We can format it in a table and hire test user one. This is the monthly report. You can see all those things if you come to mailhog. Okay. Okay, now this is the latest one for user 2. For user 1, you can see all these details here. We can format it in a table. This is email sent from the grocery store. So I think there is only one thing left. So this is the HTML. So you can see HTML, then we can see the plain text here, all rendered here. And we are getting the daily reminders. Here you can modify the message. Uh, yep. So I think there is one thing left only. That is data export. And but it's 12, so let's end the meet and we will see that in our next session. But possibly I think we'll have a gap for 1 or 2 days, or we will start the front end thing from tomorrow. And so yep, the issue we were facing while running the report thing, because we haven't given the report path correctly. So now it's up within application, then report. If we move it outside applications, then we'll have to give they will have to give path in other way. So yep. So let's close all the servers. Okay, this is closed. This is okay. This is running fine. So our code is good. Okay. Yeah. So thanks for joining. Let's end the meet. See you soon.